What up, what up, what up, what up? You know who it is. You know who I be. It ain't no secret. It's Mr. Denny coming to you live and direct on this marvelous, wonderful Monday. And listen, one thing that we want to make sure for you guys is that you have the best educational experiences possible. Mr. Lyons is doing everything possible. First grade, kindergarten, third grade, second grade, sixth, seventh, eighth grade. We love you guys. You guys are wonderful, awesome, and we're so glad you're here with us, and we do not take that for granted. Thank you, sir. All right. April the 19th, and we are what? In here like the atmosphere. So you know what we gonna do, dog? We gonna G-A-T-A and get after these academics. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not only is the day April the 19th, woo, 2021, but today marks day number 142 of the calendar school year. What are we doing? Chugging along. Oh yes, our quote of the day comes from Kofi Annan. Kofi says to educate girls is to reduce poverty. Yes, sirs, yes, ma'am, so let's make it happen. Now, what's the weather for today? Ooh, the weather for today is going to be a low of only 41. A little chilly. All right, but the high is going to be a 67. Yes, sirs, yes, ma'am, nice little spring day. All right, with that being said and done, you know how we feel here at Carter Community Charter School. I matter, you matter, we matter. College prep begins in kindergarten. Our mission is prepare children for college and other productive lifelong learning experiences beginning in kindergarten. That's what we do here, baby. That's what we do. Now, let's go ahead and kick it. School news. What's popping in the school? The only thing I want everybody to focus on this week right here is on Wednesday. We got math night. Start about 6:30. It's going to be popping. So come in, be there, be square. All right, outside there, let's get into the classroom updates, baby. So first up, let's get the kindergarten with Miss Beatty. Because this Monday in ELA, you all will make connections with your own experiences about what foods that we know come from trees and plants. Woo! Good lesson. And in math, you will review and practice strategy to solve addition and subtraction word problems. Yes, what I'm talking about, Miss Beatty. A round of applause for you kindergartners. Now, next up, let's get it. In first grade, it's Mrs. Williams and Mrs. Colson. Mrs. Williams said in math, y'all gonna analyze, interpret pie charts and circle graphs, and then you all gonna create a chart about your favorite cars. Ooh, favorite cars. All right, and then Mrs. Colson said, hey, at ELA for first grade, you all are gonna be pumping it down this Monday through Thursday. Y'all going to the purpose of bird, beaks, and feathers. And y'all gonna review level B sight words. Then y'all gonna review dropping the E and adding the suffix ing and introducing adding double consonants when adding the suffix ing. Yes. Ooh, y'all about to get it in first grade. Round of applause. All right, next up, I got second grade and Mr. Carrington. Mr. Carrington said I'm holding it down. And thank you, sir. Now, this Monday, y'all gonna do close read aloud some fossils, and y'all use the evidence to answer questions about fossilization, and you all gonna be used how to use context clues to find the meaning of an unknown word. That's what I'm talking about. Get those minds right, Mr. Carrington. Get those minds right, Mr. Carrington. Next up, I got third grade and Mrs. Green, because this Monday, y'all working on perimeter to find the missing side. Ooh, yes. Problem solving. And then Mrs. Jones said this Monday, y'all gonna be describing how authors make connections to support their point using cause and effect and sequencing of text. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. Then next up, it's gonna be Mrs. Archer in fourth grade. Cause she said this Monday, y'all can introduce context clues and strategies. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. And then it's fifth grade with Mrs. Bradley. Mrs. Bradley said this Monday in social studies, y'all gonna watch a video discuss the Trail of Tears. Ooh, man, on Nearpod. Now that's gonna be interesting. All right, and then in ELA, y'all gonna introduce using context clues by identifying the prefix in the word in the beginning, chapter 9, Esperanza Rising. Also practice context clues with prefix on Study Island. And then Mr. Lyons in fifth grade, we're working on ecosystems and working on division with fractions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our assessment's gonna start Wednesday, so we didn't get these practice problems in and prepare ourselves for success. Because we're not preparing ourselves for success, we're preparing ourselves for failure. So which one you're gonna choose? Let's get it done. All right, now next up, you want to lead right on to the middle school, the kings and queens of the school. Now, first start off with sixth grade and Mrs. Batts. In math, she's gonna say students will learn how to find the difference between points on a coordinate plane. And then in ELA, we have, that's Mr. Ships. Mr. Ships says this week you all analyze the elements of plot as well as conflict. And then you all apply our knowledge as it begin to read the drama Romeo and Juliet. Ooh, what a classic. And then in science, Mrs. Blake said students will learn phase changes diagrams plus physical and chemical changes. Yes, ma'am. And then in social studies, Mr. Michael said, 8. Students will continue to learn about social structures, the caste systems, the class systems, city-states, and feudalisms. And then there's a quiz going down Thursday, 6th grade. All right, then next up is 7th grade math. And he said students will learn to solve equations to find missing angles. And you have a test on angles when we start next week. All right, just a little word up. And then ELA, it's the same thing. Y'all will be working on those elements of the plots as well as conflict. And then in social studies, 7th grade students will learn about the circulatory, respiratory, and digestive systems. Nothing here new, nothing here new. And then in social studies, students in 7th grade will learn about revolutionary moments, and i.e. deportment, people, places, battles, and events. Very, very different. Very, very different. Very, very different. All right, and then in 8th grade, math. Students will learn how to multiply, divide, and estimate numbers written in scientific notation. And then students also will prove their knowledge on the test next week. So we got a test next week in math. All right, and ELA, same across the board for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Y'all working on elements of plots as well as conflict with Romeo and Juliet. And then in science, students will review fossils and the rock cycle while learning about the geological time scale. And then in social studies, students will continue learning about the causes and effects of the Civil War, key people, battles, and events. And there's a quiz going down Thursday. You know who I am. You know who I be. It ain't no secret. I'm Mr. Lyons. I want everybody to attack your day and your academics relentless tenacity and build your will towards greatness. And remember, one family, one falcon, one flight, and we gone. Roll.